Hey everybody, welcome back to the wood shop for another wood shop tips and tricks video. In this one I'm going to show you a quick and easy way to square up your miter saw. Now recently I built a project where I had to cut some pretty wide boards. After I got them all cut I realized that they were not square. So today we're going to fix that problem. Now the fence on your miter saw can be off just a tiny little bit, and when you cut a wide board it really shows up. And you don't have to have this same exact cobalt miter saw. Just as long as your saw is adjustable, this little trick will work for you too. Now the first thing you're going to need is a board with a really straight edge on it. Now melamine is good for this because it does have a really nice straight edge. I happen to have a couple of these old melamine shelves just laying around here in the shop not being used, so I'm going to put one of them to use today. Now to get the best accuracy, I would suggest using a board no less than 8 inches wide. Now take your square about 5 or 6 inches from the end and make you a nice straight line. And now we're going to make our cut, but don't cut right on that line. Cut off to the side of it about 1/8 of an inch. That way you can compare your line to where your saw blade actually cuts. Now you probably won't be able to tell this on the video, but I can see that as the saw blade gets back here closer to where the fence is, the distance between the edge of the board where it was cut and the line I drew is getting wider. It's a really small amount. We're talking thousandths of an inch, so we'll have to make just a tiny adjustment to our fence. Now before I get started moving this fence, I'm going to go ahead and make a mark on each side. That way I can tell where we started from. Now the fence on this cobalt miter saw is held in place with 5mm hex bolts. We'll go ahead and loosen them up. There's 4, there's 2 on each side. Now this side of the fence needs to come forward just several thousandths of an inch. We will try to eyeball that. Okay, I've got another line drawn on the melamine shelf ready to make the next test cut. I didn't torque all the bolts down in the fence just yet, only the outer bolts. I'll torque the rest of them down if this test cut works out. Well, I moved it out just a little bit too far that first time, so I readjusted it and went back just a little bit. So we're ready for test cut number 2. Now again, you might not be able to tell this on the camera, but in my opinion it don't get any better than that. I'm really happy with that cut. And there you have it. Another woodshop tip to help you get the most accurate cut possible out of your miter saw. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and ring that bell to stay up to date on all of our content. You can also catch us on Facebook and at woodsongsbyrussell.com. Until next time, happy woodworking.